Okay, so this is where we are. I'll go ahead and download that real quick. Works. Okay, so this is lab 7. So you have this exercise where first thing you're going to do is manually find out where the drawing circle is. Find out where the fit is. Do that, you're going to have to do a little bit of brush, direction, and you're going to find out where the fit is. That value, so that there's no longer a pit. Then you're going to determine the full direction. You're going to have it set up. You're just going to use the tape direction. So your value, one of those, right? You don't have any of those dots. So those aren't values that are ambiguous. When we have to do this, we have to do inner cells, the test. We do it for the outer cell. The flow directions for the outer cells can be determined. There is an option, GHY. Assume outer cells always fall off. The outer cells are always really low, always flow off. Like that's operationally valid, but we're only going to calculate. And you calculate the flow accumulation. So just for every cell, the number of other cells that flow into that cell. So if no other cells flow into that cell, it's a value of 0. One other cell goes into that cell, it's a value of 1. Two cells, value of 2, and so on. So if we were to define channels as those cells with flow accumulation over 2, which cells would be chosen? Circle them in the cell. All right, now this is where we get to start modeling runoff. R is equal to 0.51 times minus 336. Determine the annual runoff given the annual rainfall rate below. So how much annual rainfall happens all over the area. What we want to do is calculate the annual runoff. That's just a function of the rainfall. Multiply the rainfall by 51, act 36, those values. Now you'll have new value. You can see how you can just do that as graphic. You're going to manually calculate it out. If you wanted to cut and paste this into Excel, just type the formula 1, I can drop it. All right. You can do it on account. Finally, these 100 meter cells calculate the annual drain out of the outlet are these, right here. Okay? All right. So, how do we calculate that? Well, think of a model the Earth as a bunch of cells that are 100 meters by 100 meters. Look at the volume of water flowing out of that cell. No. The depth of water right here, right? That's what the R is, the runoff. That's how much runoff there is. Millimeters, that cell. That's like the depth. Think of this as a big cell. 100 meters by 100 meters. The depth of the water that's going to run off. The number in this cell. What if it's like, let's say it's 10 centimeters. 0.1 meter. Just say it's 100 millimeters. 100 meters by 100 by 100 millimeters. That's the length and the height. You need to calculate total runoff and 100 times the height, then you need to add all of those up. Every cell. So like if these three cells flow into that cell, calculate. Oh, for this cell, multiply them by 100 by 100. You add them all. All right. The thing is, this is a raster. How would you actually do that in a raster? What function allow you to get the total from a watershed? Say these represent other cells, this cell represents water. What kind of function would allow you to do that? No, exactly. Use zonal statistics, calculate. So you're gonna multiply whatever 100 plus 100 is, and then add them all up. All right. But you don't have to do this. You don't have to do it here. Manually calculating. Then, after you do that, you're going to verify. Does everything. You're going to verify that what you did was right. Calculate the same number. This is the elevation. This is the annual runoff. This is a tool that RGI created. Allows you to raster manual. How would you do that? How would you get these numbers into a raster data set? Unless you had a way to actually enter them in manually. Well, this is the format for entering them manually. Okay. So what you need to do to get the ASCII raster to work, is to take the ASCII and just copy it, and paste it into Notepad. So now, got it there, paste it in. The format is tab delimited. The reason I can tell it's tab delimited is that there's only one character between these two. See if I go like this, only one character between each. And this just tells you the number of rows, the number of columns. This is the coordinate space. Doesn't matter for what we're doing. Cell size is 100 because that's where it is. The no data value is -999. We convert that into no data format. All right, so now if I say file, save as, I'm going to put this in week slab 7. I'm going to change the file type to all files and call this I'll call this elevation.asc. So that's how I get a file and hit save. Now I have my ASC file. I go back into ArcGIS. Geoprocessing. We're searching. This is search, window, search. Just going to type in ASCII. Oh boy. Raster to ASCII, ASCII to RASTI. See where that is. Just because that's really, pretty sure it's under data management. Anybody finds it. Let's look here. If I'm even right, Conversion. Yep, so it's under conversion and to raster, ASCII to RASTI. You input your ASCII file. I'm going to choose the file I just created. Was temp. temp SA lab 7 that file and then specify this output also under CTEMP lab 7 I'm going to call this elevation. I'm going to say .tif. You save it in another location. It's okay. It's elevation or float. It doesn't really matter for this one. Integer or float because those are integer values. I probably shouldn't have. Probably should have closed that out. Zoom to it. That layer. There's the layer I just. It has a bunch of different colors. Why does it have a bunch of different colors? Anybody know? I click on it. Go ahead. Sorry. Right. And that's exactly right. Values. Less than a certain number of values. By default, it will show up values in here. So if that's not the appropriate one, which in this case I would argue is not, then you could just change it. So now we've changed it to stretch. So then your job is to just go through and find out if the things that you created were right. So the first thing that you had to do was fill. So you're going to calculate. You're going to calculate fill on this elevation data set. Say okay. When that finishes, here's the filled DEM. It's hard to see. I don't know if this will even go much different. It doesn't. So let's subtract. There is a cell that is filled. Okay, so those two cells. This one had to increase by 2. They're not. So really, you were supposed to do the manual calculations first. Now you can see at least what you're doing. So it looks like it was 1, 2, 3 up, 3 over. It's this one, this one. All these are 39. All right, so you just follow that through, and you'll be done. Okay. You can also. Now, at this point, you have to think about have to run inside of our GHY. Well, sinks is the first. Flow accumulation, flow direction, then flow accumulation. Then you need to do watershed. With watershed, you need to have this raster right here. How can I go about 4-point grid? 4-point. It doesn't actually have to be. Just because I didn't actually talk about this in the lab, so let's talk about it right now. How can I make 4-point? Let's look and see when we do watershed. Look what it says for the 4-point. It says if it's a raster, this cell represents the cells above urinary catchment. All cells that are not known data we use to source as your 4-point. Right. You could make another ASCII raster one. We're all coded negative 999. Source would be coded 1. In other words, that cell that has B in it code 1. The other option is a 4-point feature. This represents locations above which the urinary catchment. The 4-point would be a feature class. I know that you that in earlier GIS. You could say get a new feature class. It's a point, and you can plot the 4. That's actually my preferred way of doing it. If I'm going to do it, However, the one of the things that often happens is that this won't happen. This won't happen. This won't happen. Right cell. Let's say you had a huge EM. You're trying to delineate a watershed. You click. Sometimes just one cell off. It will create a watershed that's like tiny. Whereas if you move one cell, all of a sudden it'll create a huge basin. That one cell is within that full accumulation. One cell off. And that could be a bad thing. So there's this tool that specifically helps with that problem. It's called SNAP. It often help. It won't be helpful. You can practice. Let me demonstrate. Okay. So I do have to calculate accumulation before I do at 4 points. So in order to calculate accumulation, I need to calculate flow direction. So here's flow direction. I'm going to calculate that based on the elevation. And then I'm going to calculate flow accumulation based on that flow direction. Output data type. So here's my flow accumulation. I messed up. What did I mess up on? I didn't use the filled data set. So I calculate flow direction on the filled data set rather than the not filled data set. I calculate flow accumulation based on that flow direction from the fill. And now I should have flow accumulation. It's higher. This is the very high. Okay. Actually, I won't be able to use. So I won't be able to use. I'll be able to use GHY. No, what's that? Let's say you put your flow point right in this cell. Second slide is cell. It's this cell right here. Put my 4 point. What snap 4 point does allows you to specify a threshold. So snap 4 point is right here, and you specify a snap distance. And what it does is it cell that is the closest to that cell is highest accumulation. Forces that to be your could demonstrate it. So what I could do here is I could create a inside of here. I could create a new shape file, a new feature class, and I'm going to call it P for 4 point. EP2, and then I'm going to import the whatever coordinate system the elevation data set is already in, which is in unknown. So I just want to make sure that it's in that same coordinate system. Can you all still hear me on the code? Can you still hear me? 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 All of a sudden it's 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 all of a sudden. I wonder if I should hang up and redial, 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 redial. Let's see if it'll, 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 Did it die for a little while there? How long ago? Okay. I didn't until about 2 minutes ago. I mean, yeah. I mean, I noticed you weren't asking questions, and then I looked at the screen, and I didn't see anyone. So. Okay. Right. Okay. So, let's. So you were. We cut off when I was talking about flow. I mean, sorry, about comparing the two, the filled and the not filled, right? I think I got rid of that one. I mean, I think I don't have it up. I don't have it up. Okay, so you were around. Yes. Then I was talking about how to make the water. That part. Okay. That's really the next. Because eventually you want to make water. Two inputs for watershed. 4 point, closing direction, So here's the flow direction. I mean, the watershed. You'll see that the flow direction. What I went over what you were going, what I talked about what a pour point can be. So a pour point here can be two different types of If it's a raster data, you can have a value, no data value as the pour point. In other words, point where all the water is flowing needs to be a no data value. All the other values. So if you want to create your own data set, ask this question after your How could you do that? You can ask each raster data set. Let's go back to here. Where's? I don't have Notepad open. So open up Notepad. So what I could do, it's this cell that I want to be a 4 point. That makes sense from this slide right here. That's the cell that I want to be. So I can just code that 0 and then code all the other values, -999. I didn't actually do this up here. But I talked about it. I could code all those 999 all the way down, except for the value that I just changed to 1. And then I would say that as second thing I talked about was that the 4 point can be. However, you have to get that point exactly into the right cell. Now, for our silly example, only 5 rows and 5 columns. 5 rows and rows. Anyway, there's only a few cells. It would be really easy to make a 4 point that is right on the cell line. You guys have all created. You're going to digitize that, right? This course, right? You created a new point. So, like if I wanted to create a new point feature class, I would just go like our catalog. I would just right click here and say new feature class, or if I wanted to do it in my directory, I would go to C, temp, SA, Lab 7 and say new shapefile. And then I could call this EP, standing for 4 point. That would be my point. I'm gonna leave this. Leave it alone. Say okay. And then now I'm going to add that. So now I have this 4 point. Hey, how do I create a new feature? Well, I have to use the editor, start editing, and click the PP. Does it seem familiar at all? And then I click inside that. No, I have to go to editor, create new feature. Then I click inside this guy. But just for fun, see how easy it was to get inside there? Just for fun, I'm actually going to put this guy right. I'm going to move this guy. Oh, I think it's this one. I'm going to move this guy over to here. Represent a screw up. I didn't quite, if this was a big data set, I didn't really get the 4 point into the exact right cell. So now I'm going to say, editor, stop editing, save my edits. So I give that as the problem. Well, our GIS is called snap. Now I'm getting back to where whole groups are back. Listen. We can use the snap 4 point tool to move the 4 point the closest cell as the highest value. That's what the snap 4 point tool does. It's useful in cases where you have a large data set and it's hard to identify exactly which cell is going to have the highest lowest correlation or value. So now I can say, okay, my 4 point is going to be my digitized point. I need the flow accumulation raster to have a calculator. I didn't talk about it. That's flow accumulation. And then I need to specify the snap distance does is it buffers. It buffers this point and finds the highest flow maps that point, the center of this cell. So if I leave that at 0, it won't move. I'm going gonna make it like 80 because the cell size is 100. So it'll snap to that value. If I hit OK, it's gonna run, and now it's gonna create a 4-point grid. Where's flow accumulation? It actually said this was the 4 point. Or maybe it has to be greater than. Let's run it one more time. Processing results. Maybe that 4-point value has to be greater than the cell size for it to be out of the cell size. Let's just go ahead and change that to 200. Well, not quite 200, 150. So what I'm trying to do is make it so it doesn't actually go to this cell, which has a higher value. Yep. Okay, that worked. You see how that cell turned black? I turn off the other cells below it. You turn everything off. Turn all layers on. Turn this one back on. So it makes this value 0. All these other values are no negative to that value. That's not something you need to do for this first portion of the lab. But what I'm telling you, and that 4-point is a 4-point. Whoever run the watershed, let's say you selected a 4-point, run the watershed, find the watershed. Likely all you need to do is run the snap it to the flow. You think that should be really close to the river outlet. Unfortunately, things that are really close to the river outlet sometimes really small watersheds. If you think about the Mississippi River, right? Where does the Mississippi River lead? Where does it go into the ocean? Yeah, it goes into the Gulf of Mexico. You've seen the delta for that, right? It's like sometimes they call it Bird's-Foot Delta. Maps.google.com. Oops, I didn't spell right. Google, so I'll figure it out. It's running really slow. Maybe our internet. Y'all still there? Pull the satellite up. Okay, zoom out a little bit. Ooh. Not a whole lot. Anyway, it's running really slow. If you can imagine, okay. So yeah, if you had for the whole United States, if you had a DEM, it's likely they're right, where everything upstream was the whole Mississippi. You were right. Here. If you were right here, if you accidentally selected right there instead of right here, you could see how your watershed would just be this tiny area. It's been out there, like flatter than a pancake. So all the watersheds are just these tiny little watersheds that flow out. Not big watersheds. You have to select right in the exact right spot to get the watershed that goes all the way up, captures a third of the United States. So that's what Snap 4-point does. Highest flow accumulation value. Now you can use that as the watershed. Now when I go to watershed, I say, okay, I'm going to use the flow direction, and I'm going to use the 4-point that I just created, and I'm going to say, okay, now it's going to create a watershed. That value, that looks like that. This is the watershed, that 4-point. all these looks like a silly water, small, but these are all the cells going underground. So that's really the that'll get you to well, that kind of gets you to here. You also need to calculate what you need to do. This will be your zone grid. Calculate zonal statistics on this grid. Those values, the grid that I just all these cells right here, zonal statistics on them. Get the total runoff those areas. Right, because the question is how much water out of this watershed every year. The way to get the answer to that question is to add up how much water is coming out of each of the cells of the cell water. So the zonal statistics, you read it once, just want the sum, put them all in a grid. I think better. One of the zones would be you want the sum, get the total annual of the outlets. Take this, put it in that equation first, that's one aspect. Then you have to multiply each cell by 1,000 times 1,000. Do that all as one. Basically, runoff from 4.51 minus 436 parentheses times 1,000 times 100 times 100. Oh wait. We're mixing units. This is going to give it to us as millimeters. This is in meters. So we need to take. We want meters. We actually need value. How do we convert millimeters to your meters? Yeah, there's 1,000 millimeters. You just take this and divide it by 1,000, then multiply it by 1,000. 100 times 100. 100 times 100 is right. 100 times 100 is 10,000, right? And we're also dividing by 1,000. Well, if I'm doing my math right, all I'm saying is that really, take this number and you multiply it by. I'm just taking 1,000 times 100 is 10,000. But we're also dividing by 1,000. Might as well do that. Cross out the zeros, you'll get 10,000 over 1,000. So you can do it the way I said, multiply the value, or divide the value by 1,000, and then multiply it by 100 times 100, or multiply by 10. All right, so that'll give you the answer. That zonal statistics. After you do this step, you do the zonal statistics step, and the zonal statistic for that watershed sum is the answer to this question. Oh yeah. Something I needed. Remember to check the box all X cells per hour. Remember to do that. I didn't do it in my yours. affected too much. We're ignoring those cells. So I told you to ignore them in your calculation. Ignore them. Even in the other one. All right. So, then, you built the model. I want you to build a model. Your model's going to do all the things we talked about. You're going to build a model. You can build a model from that, or you can just build a model with data. You're going to build a model, real data. Download the data from the web page, add the GHY, impervious, 4-point data to the map. You have to modify basically the process to be slightly different. Mostly it's going to be different in the way we calculate runoff. Cell size, this cell size be a little bit different. We calculate the runoff formula. We have a formula given runoff for each cell is a layer called impervious. You divide that by 100. That's impervious. And then we're going to multiply it by we got our impervious divided by 100. We get a fraction. Multiply that by the percent. Basically the amount of the percent of water that would get sucked into the drain. It's a little bit of a simplification because time goes on, less. But it's one we're going to use. Let's bring those up real quick just to show you what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and get a blank map. So there's not a whole lot of steps to run. There are a few. So you have to run flow direction, flow accumulation. You have to run sinks. See, this one's bigger. Bigger area. Anybody recognize This is Hattiesburg. This map here is the impervious layer. So 0 represents areas that are really impervious. Water can just soak in. 100 represents areas that almost all the water is going to flow off. So if I click an area up here, I'm getting values 0. If I'm clicking over here, I get a value of 76. Here a value of 13. This was created somebody a few years ago. Now I forget, but it's not perfect, but it's a number that represents the amount of runoff that would occur on each of these cells. All right. And it's a function of actually it's a little bit of a function of slope and land cover. That's how it was derived. Okay, so this represents precipitation on a given day. I forgot what day it was. So this is precipitation occurred on a given day. Downloaded from the NOAA website. You can click in different areas, and you get a precipitation value. It's for this area, it's fairly uniform. You can see that there's kind of some breaks. Interpolated from precipitation stations. You can kind of see those. Talk about interpolation next. And then this is the 4-point right here. And this is the digital elevation used to derive it. This is not light arcing. Digital elevation. evaluation model. It's fairly poor. That's the data set you're using for this lab. So your watershed, for those of you, probably all are. Generally, it's higher up here. It's not like part of this area. This is actually water's flowing. This is the lowest area. Over in that direction. Over here. But a lot of this area is in that watershed. This area actually goes up over here. So you need to create that model that will give you the answer. So your model should start with those four input values, and the output should be a table or something that gives me the total amount of runoff for that watershed. It could be a raster. We want to talk about how to do that as a raster, but if you did zonal sum on a raster, you would get basically every cell in the watershed will show the total sum. I think it's easier. It actually is. More, the data is more in a presentable form when you do zonal table, because you're saying, okay, this is. So what should your model do? Because I think that's been a question on the last. A model doesn't need to take you past the zonal statistics table. You can actually calculate the value that you need from there. Of course, it's gonna be the value will show you the answer. Value at the end. So your model has to have those four as inputs. The output should be the zonal statistics table, and should be ready to go at that point. So the first step is to fill the sink. Second step is to calculate flow direction. Then from flow direction, you'll need to calculate flow accumulation, and you'll need to calculate watershed. Then you'll use the zonal statistics to come up with. You'll have to do a raster calculator to do this formula. Then you'll do the statistics. I forgot whether or not I did snap to a point already. If your watershed ends up really tiny, do a snap. But I think I did. Well, I can just do that. I can just do that real quick. Watershed. I haven't calculated flow direction. Flow direction. Oops, that's not valid. Nope. I did not do snap 4.0. That makes sense. So you'll need to do that. As part of your model. Okay, so make sure you do snap 4 point. If you don't, you'll wind up with a tiny watershed. So you need to calculate flow accumulation in order to calculate 4 point. So this is flow accumulation. Flow direction. I already deleted flow direction. You'll calculate flow accumulation at and then a snap 4 point. Anybody have any questions about that? I hope so. I will find out. It looks like it's getting audio. Because the sound, the audio is tracking. And I'm asking it to record. It's been. I'm starting to think it's actually my computer for some reason. So I'll check and make sure that it works. Right. There's people here. Testify. I went back. It wasn't anything that you missed. That I didn't see. It was basically the snap 4 point stuff that I was talking about, and the creating before that creating what you missed. And I think I felt like I actually did it a little more detailed. Anyway, I'll make sure that this video works. And so as you're working through the lab, let me know if you have any questions. I'll go ahead and I'll stop the video for now. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. Well, last week we didn't have class, but week before I didn't upload it. No, I was that one had a really you can barely hear the audio. When I was going to try to enhance the audio. I should upload the way it is, but the audio barely is audible. Go ahead. All your videos on YouTube. It helps out. Okay. Well, hopefully that would work. The audio is barely audible. This time I'm hoping that it's different. It does look like it's getting our audio this time.